one or the 5, I don't know. I don't even have the book, but I've been listening to a ton of her podcasts and a ton of her YouTube videos. And she talks a ton about confidence, something that I get asked pretty much daily, because one of my 5 things that I talk about a lot on my pages is confidence, and how I've gone from being really super, super insecure about a lot of things in my life, my body, my brain, just everything about me. And it really has turned around in the last 3 years. So I get a lot of people asking me, where did you find that confidence? Like, how do you become confident? And for a long time, I always told them, well, I think it's the personal development that I read. Like, when I started coaching, that was something that we had to do. And I think that must be it. I've just filled my mind with positivity. What this woman has made me discover is it's not the act of reading about confidence. That is not going to make you confident. What you have to do to get confident is you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step one step past your fear. Confidence is something that you have to build. You have to grow into. And every single time you do something that makes you scared or is tough, seems really hard, you're going to build your confidence, because you're going to get that jolt of like, oh my God, I did do that. Sure, it was hard. Sure, it gave me butterflies, but I did it. Fear and not doing something that makes you scared is just a habit. It's just something that you tell yourself you can't do. So her principle is, when you have an idea, so I use my live video, for example, because if you think, any of you think that I get on those live videos and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to rock this. That is not how I feel. I feel sick to my stomach. I don't want to press play or live or whatever you press. Like, I feel sick. I think about all the people on my page that make me nervous. They flash through my head. So if I let that fester, I would never do a live video. But what I do is I'm like, you know what? You're doing this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And this is her principle. When you feel that fear, or when you feel that thing that's making you not get up in the morning, if you're going to press snooze again and again and again, that is a habit. You can tell your challengers that tell you they can't get up in the morning, you have just created a habit. No one is born a morning person. You create the habit of doing something in the morning. So if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you feel like pressing the snooze, before you give in to that hesitation, you count back. And it's a scientific, I certainly am not going to get into this scientific part of this whole thing, because that is not me. But if you read the book, there's literally scientific backing that if you count backwards from 5 till 1, you will jolt yourself into doing what you are hesitating to do. So all of those little fears are just habits that you're creating. And we all know that we can get past habits. You can break a habit. So how does this relate to coaching? It is my guess that if you are not at your goal yet, it's because you're afraid of something. It's because you haven't done a message, or you haven't posted on your page because of fear. Maybe you haven't done a live video. Maybe you haven't, I don't know what. There's tons of fears that we have about coaching, and you've got to get past them. Every single day I do something that makes me afraid when it comes to my business. Every single day. Today was that live video. I'm now on Coffee Talk number 7, and they've all made me want to shit my pants. They have not got easier. They still are freaking scary, but I do them because I know that that is such an easy way for people to get to know me. Who's on this call that does not know me, that has never heard me talk before? A few of you maybe. Maybe you've heard me in videos, but let's say live, like on a live call. In 4 minutes, you've got to know me. I'm a little bit sarcastic. I tell it like it is. So when I do a live video on my page, even though it makes me crap my pants, I don't want to do it. I think about the people that make me scared. I still go and do it because I know that it's going to move my business forward. I know that it's going to do something for my business. So I do it. My business is that important to me. So if you're a new coach, maybe it's your grand opening post that you just need to get out there. You need to post it on your personal page or wherever you're doing your business, wherever you're running your business. Maybe it's that one person that you think should join your team, but you're too scared to ask her. So when I asked you to be ready to do something to get out of your comfort zone today, that is what we are doing first. Whether it's a post that needs to go on your page or it's a person you need to invite, you need to do that now. We're going to take 10 minutes and literally like say to yourself right now, just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I am doing this. And then after the 10 minutes, we're going to share what we did. And everybody's going to leave the call because they are saying, screw you. Okay, so 10 minutes. Just do that one thing that's making you scared. Okay, just a couple more minutes. If anybody needs help, like with messages or responses or anything like that, this is the kind of call that just hop on and ask questions. It's really interactive. It's not supposed to be blabbing away and you guys listening. So if you have questions, just ask, okay? That's what we're here for, to help you. At this point in the game, there's only a few days left to hit your goals for March, right? So I think Amy and whoever has different uplines on the call, that's kind of our purpose. You know, by the time we reach our goals, our goal then becomes to help you reach yours. You know, we want you to be successful. We have to work on our business as well. So I know how I sort of deal with my month is the first half I work on my business goals, and then the second half, hopefully I've reached my own, and my purpose is to help you guys reach yours. So this is a kind of call that you just jump on and ask questions. If you have a message that's in your inbox that you don't know how to respond to, or you've had some different things come up that you're feeling, you know, you're letting fear take over and you're maybe not responding. This is the kind of call to ask those questions, and you can get lots of advice. There's lots of leaders on the call and they can help you. So just 2 more minutes to do your whatever's making you scared thing, and then we'll quickly go around the table and tell everyone what we did. And then we're going to get into our power hour. We're going to do some connecting and we're going to do some invites. Okay, so I will go first. I asked a really good friend of mine, probably, well, whenever our sneak peek was, our Team FitNique sneak peek, so maybe that was last week, I asked her about coaching. I think she would be an awesome coach, but like I have been so nervous to ask her. I just couldn't even bring myself for 3 years. How chicken is that? So I asked her, and she was honest and said she really didn't know much about it, but she would be willing to look at the videos. What I have failed to do, and I've let myself be too scared, is to follow up with her. You know, I did the big invite, but then I haven't followed up. So I just followed up with her. So I had to get off Facebook because it's making me nervous. I'm panicking. But so that was what I did. I've been putting it off. I've even talked to her a couple times and I haven't asked her. That's how much I've put it off. So that's what I did. So why doesn't everyone just unmute themselves one at a time and tell us what they did? Just fire away.
I'll share. Michelle inspired me, and I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but she made a post about how she looked when she was ripped and abs and like crazy toned to her right now post. And I never thought about it that way, and I was always afraid, and you don't see my before and after picture very often because I was a lot more ripped before, right? And I had the 6-pack abs, and I don't now. So that was something that I was like, gosh, I can't share that after picture anymore because I don't look like that anymore, right? So I saw her picture, and I saw the way she worded it. I'm like, gosh, you know, we have to be real with people, right? We have to be raw and real because we can't be perfect. People will not want to follow us all the time. So I spent this 10 minutes. I didn't craft up the post, but I was searching through my pictures, and I did find back when we were in our old house, when I was really, really toned and my legs were toned too, that was like a week ago. And yes, we have friends here in South Carolina that we enjoy a little bit of wine every once in a while, and we have fun. And I wasn't doing those things before. I was always like, oh my God, I got to get my workout in, or, oh, I didn't do my second workout today, or, oh my God, I ate a freaking cookie. Like I'm so screwed, right? But now I let that go, and I'm much more positive in the personal development I was not doing back then that I'm doing now, that makes me feel like, okay, I may not have those defined abs, but I am much more happier on the inside. So like, I was crying reading Michelle's post because I was like, I have never like had the balls really per se to post something like that. But I think maybe I'll get more reach than people that I would have reached before saying, hey, here's what I look like after pregnancy, and here's what I look so ripped right now, right? So I think it's important to be real. It scares the hell out of me, and I will post this at some point, probably tonight. But I want to make the wording all good and fancy and fun. So, but thank you, Michelle, for inspiring me to post that, because I definitely was, you know, we're always thinking, oh my God, Punta Cana's coming up and I'm not looking like I used to, right? But I don't care anymore because I want to be myself, and I want to have fun, and I want to be confident. And I am confident, even though I don't have, you know, the muscles or tone that I used to have, but I still feel healthy and strong. So super scary, but important to share yourselves, you guys. It's important to share you in every step of the journey that you're on. So, all right, I'm done. And I think I lost my internet.
Because, like Amy said, usually when you become, or not usually, but a lot of times when you become a coach, you're like at your fittest, right? Like you just banged out the 21-day fix and you look so awesome. Well, then normal life happened. And that's what happened to me. I was like ready to do a bikini competition. Well, I definitely am not now. But for me, especially in my neighborhood, like in my network here, I almost felt like I was hiding all the time. I didn't want anyone to see that I had gained, 10 pounds. Well, that post was so liberating for me. Like I was like, oh, I can just be honest and tell them, for me to be that size was impossible. Like it was just torture. And I don't want to be like that. I'm so much happier. So if you have a story like that, share it. Whatever your real story is, that vulnerable stuff, I do it all the time. If you go on my page, people are probably sick of hearing my stuff, but I get so real. And that's how I make connections every single day, because someone is going to have that in common with you. If you just get past the fear of posting that kind of stuff, once you do it, I say, my team gets sick of this word, I'm sure, but I say contagious all the time, because that's what happens. It gets contagious. You get hearing these stories from other women, and it makes you want to share more because you're helping them even more. They don't really relate to, I'm perfect because I use these containers every day and do my workout. And like, they can only hear that so many times. They need like the real stuff. Anyways, okay, who's next? Just pop on.
Okay. Hey, Michelle.
Oh, you go.
Hey, speaking about that, you guys remember when Lady Gaga performed at the Super Bowl and then social media came out and was bashing her because of her roles? I turned that around and I made a post of myself. I have a mom pooch belly, and I made a post saying, if they are bashing Lady Gaga, then I must be obese. And that got so many people responding to me because I lifted up my shirt, I was showing my belly roll, and you know, people totally related to that. So when you are honest with people, it makes you real. But anyway, I just sent a message to a girl about coaching because I have a challenge group right now, and I challenged them to post on their regular Facebook wall and tag my name, something about health related. And this girl did a side-by-side before and after. I'm shocked. She looks great. She tagged me. So I just private messaged her and I said, you are doing what a coach does. You're just not getting paid. So we're having a conversation right now. So that was scary for me to do that.
Awesome.
That's so good. Awesome. Would you have done that before, do you think, Michelle?
Not as quick. When I talk to people about coaching, it's usually someone who it's been months and months and months of them, you know, in my groups. This girl, it was a very quick, I'm going to do this.
That's good. Awesome. You know, I am really quick to mention coaching, not thinking that they're going to sign up. I feel like I have to plant a seed like all the time. And that's how it happens quicker. Like right away, as soon as someone first posts like a really amazing post, even within the challenge group, or they respond supporting one of the other challengers, I am on them like big time. Like, oh my gosh, that was so supportive. That was so nice of you to say that. Like, I'm dropping like coach bombs all the time because it plants the seed really, really early. And then when I come in with a real invite, say in 6 weeks time or whatever, they're so used to me talking in that language. They're so used to me like building them up that they're really usually ready to do it. We've kind of talked about it without talking about it, if that makes sense. But that's awesome. That's so good. I bet you she'll sign up.
I think so.
Okay, Dara, do you want to go?
Hi. Okay. So, one was last night, and that was just, I still have this fear of posting on my page, like my personal page. So I said, screw it. And basically, I want people to see that I'm still around doing this, and I'm still doing the workout. So I did a side by side, like bikini and all. Like, it was just, but the past 4 years, and my progression. So that was that. But today, and I've been thinking about it for probably a year, and like, I don't know, just being scared to ask. But somebody that's in our area, and actually about a month ago, she signed up finally for the free 30-day trial to try it out. And then I just thought, today when we were doing this, I sent her the little scary invite, so I'll just not look at my inbox for the rest of the day. But, and it's somebody I've known for a long time, and it's just, but you know what? You don't know unless you ask. So,
what's the worst they can say? Like, what's the worst they can say? No.
You're an idiot. No, just kidding. No, I know. Yeah. So
really
gonna keep doing that. And it's true, like you said, be that book, to Get Over Your Damn Self. Lead with the coaching, to begin with, because then you've got the challenge pack to fall back on. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, that was my scary thing.
Good for you. And your post last night was great. I loved it. What I love about your post is Darlene is from where I live, so I've known her my whole life. And she's always been like athletic, like totally opposite of me. Chubby girl gets athletic. Athletic girl just stays athletic. And she's stayed so consistent. That's what I loved about you've got better, but it showed that, doing this kind of thing can keep you from gaining that like 10, 12 pounds every year, and you just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I loved your post. It was awesome. Well done. Okay, next.
Hi, Michelle. I sent out 2 coaching invites that were people on my dream team. So people that I was really scared to ask about coaching, I just went ahead and sent them a coaching invite. And I just made it like, I just said, you're probably laughing at me right now, but seriously, have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? I'm so excited where my team's headed this year. And yeah, have you ever thought about, and that's it. And then I just logged out of my Facebook.
Awesome. That's good. That is super scary, but I always use that, you're going to be laughing at me right now. And if they are, they are. It usually just becomes a joke, but you've still planted the seed. So now they're going to see all your posts and they're going to be like, oh, she thinks I would be good at that. So they'll think about it. That's awesome. Okay. Anybody else want to share?
I'll go. So last night I sent out probably 6 coaching invites, which that were people on my team. I know. Well, I shared with Dara and Michelle and a couple other ladies that are on our thread that I had actually sent out a coaching invite to a lady on my dream team, and she came back and she was so appreciative that I thought of her. And I was like, why have I been so freaking afraid of this? This is ridiculous. So I went out and banged off 5 more. They haven't come back to me yet, but it kind of helped. So today what I thought I would do is I've crafted a coaching post. I've been very hesitant to post any coaching posts. Just it's complicated, but just from my work, and I don't want my employer to think that I'm building this team and I'm going to end up leaving my job. It's a little complicated, but I'm just like, you know what? Who cares? If they think I'm leaving, good for them. They should sweeten the pot and make me stay. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I just started to craft it, and so we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. I can't wait to see that post. Heidi is like, she has the best word. Whenever we need a response, we go to Heidi. She knows how to make everything sound just perfect, so it'll be good. Okay, Cheryl, you must have done something.
Okay, so what I decided to do was, there was this one person who was like a friend of my husband's who I connected with a while ago, who's a personal trainer and nutritionist. And a few months ago, she liked one of my posts, and I sent the whole "thanks for liking my post" message. And then I noticed in the last few weeks she's been liking a bunch of my posts. So I just sent her a post, a message now, and just said, hey, have you ever thought about beach body coaching? Maybe it's like another way you can help your clients. So this is someone's, like, I have a list here of prospective coaches, and I've had her name on it. And every time I go through my list, I always skip over her. So, so I messaged her today. And then what you just said now, like how you said it's like contagious, like once you do one, you're just like, oh, that wasn't so bad. So then I just sent a couple messages out to a few people who I thought would be interested in my challenge group, but I was kind of scared to reach out to them because it's like sort of people that I know. So I just did it. That was it.
That's awesome. Very good. Okay. Anybody else? I don't want to put anyone on the spot. You don't have to, but if you'd like to share, you can unmute.
I'll go.
Oh, good.
This is the first time I've ever participated in a team call and the whole thing. So,
welcome.
Thanks. I sent a message to a girl I used to work with. She has lost 100 pounds in the last year running. And so I kind of, her and I have been going back and forth about, because I used to tell her when we've worked together, I'm like, you need to grow a pair, like stop letting your family run over you. Like you need to learn to say no, like all these other, things. And so I just sent her a message and told her I was so proud of her. And so her and I started a dialogue. And so I told her that she would make an amazing coach. And I was like, you have no idea what I'm talking about because you're not using Beachbody products. But I was like, someday. And she just gave me a thumbs up and kind of left it alone. But she always likes my posts. And so I just sent her a message that just said, hey, I kind of alluded to this a couple weeks ago. I think you would make an amazing coach. You have the mindset that you need in order to succeed and to inspire other people. And I'm like, this is something that you could really excel at. And so I don't know, we'll see.
That's awesome. Are you a new coach?
I have been a coach since the end of October. But I am a new mom. And so like I did it and I was like, what are you doing? Like you have he was a month old and I was like, you have bitten off more than you can chew. And then my mother-in-law had terminal cancer. So so really I've only really been focusing on the business since January after she passed away.
Well,
so,
I was going to say like your dialogue is that message sounded amazing. Like just the words you were using. I was not using words like that when I was a new coach. So that's awesome. Like,
well,
really-
I've been peeking on everybody for this whole time and even a little bit before, because I started using 21 Day Fix 2 years ago and lost weight, and I was going to sign up to be a coach, and then I got pregnant, and I was like, nope, like this is not the time for that. And so. And in that time, the lady that that was my coach, she wasn't really working her business. I didn't see her as much. And a girl I went to graduate school with, Crystal Bashwiner, she had become a coach and she'd approached me. And so I was like, you know what, like now's the time. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I did it. And
That's awesome.
You know, every day I'm like, every time. And I tell myself every day, I'm like, you need to get better about your vital behaviors. You need to get better about inviting. Like, I'm doing my personal development. I'm trying to be a product of the product. Like, you know, but the inviting is just so hard.
Yeah, it is, but it's the biggest piece of the puzzle. It's the most important. I mean, all of the vital behaviors are extremely important, but if you miss the inviting, there's not going to be a lot of success, unfortunately. It all kind of like meshes together. So that's awesome. I think your message sounded pretty good. So way to go.
Thank you.
Well, can I just say that it's really cool that she's following other coaches too. Even when she wasn't working the business, she was kind of just like spying, and it's good to spy, you guys, like to check out the top coaches or check out other coaches on our team, because her invite sounded awesome because she's been following, which is good. I still follow coaches. You know, I still follow a lot of the top coaches to get ideas for posts and invites. So I think that's awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah, if you have trouble crafting posts, or you feel like that's your weakness, like your social media is your weakness, so we always say don't copy. You want your stuff to sound like you, but don't think that I come up with all this stuff on my own. Like, never. I go and I read everyone else's stuff, and it inspires me to make it my own story. Like, I can tell you names right on here, like Cheryl. I love Cheryl's posts. Love, love, love them. So I always go to her page. I'm like, I'm just going to keep that one in the toolbox, and I am going to pull that out someday, because I can make it my own. I can take her idea. You don't have to think of this stuff all the time, on your own. Like, follow it for inspiration. You don't want to copy and paste, but
no.
That's where you get inspiration. And that's how you learn that sort of language, like inspire and motivate and like all those words you were using. I certainly was not using in the beginning of my coaching. So that was awesome. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. So we don't have much time left. Let's just take 10 more minutes. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that I do every single day. So, well, that's not true. The first business activity on the computer that I do every single day. I go to my posts from the day before. So all of my posts from the day before, and I connect with anyone that has commented or liked my posts. So those become my sort of connections for the day. And whether there's 5 of them or 25 of them, I do them. Like, I don't stop just because Teamsy says to stop at 12, or I don't stop just because my business activity tracker says to stop at 3. I connect with anybody that has liked my post or commented on it. I do not talk about Beachbody, ever. I talk about the post that they commented on. So this is when your social media becomes really important. You need to have a really good mix on your social media. It can't just be you using the 21-day fix. You have to have more stuff that people are going to relate to. So I will post pictures with myself and my daughter and say my daughter, like, she's sarcastic and funny, so I'll post about something she has said. I'll maybe share a recipe. I'll share that Terry and I went out on a day date. Like, anything about my life. It's literally like my reality show. Of course, my personal development's in there because that's part of my day. My workout's part of my day. So it's somewhere in my social media. So I'm connecting with all different types of people, but they relate back to me because they have an interest in what I'm posting. So when I go and connect with them, it's a very short message like, hey, Darlene, thanks so much. I noticed that you liked my post yesterday. Wasn't that video hilarious? Do you have anyone at home doing the same thing? I really appreciate any like or comment I get on my post. It inspires me to keep sharing. How are things going with you these days? The end. That is really how I do my connecting. That is how I get Success Club points, because they talk to me back. They don't think I'm trying to sell them the 21-day fix. They really think I'm just connecting with them. And eventually, if it's twofold. You connect with them, they're going to continue to see your posts. So the next time I post about my challenge group, they're going to see it because I've connected with them at some point in time. You have to remember the law of Facebook. Just because they're a friend does not mean they're seeing your stuff. You have to keep engaging with new people every single day so they see your stuff. So your social media is a big part of this puzzle. It's not the only part. And that's where I find coaches fall off the rails. They're either really good at social media and that's the only thing they care about and they never message people. Or they're really good at messaging people and they don't give two shits about their social media. All they do is post their sweaty selfie and kissing the Shakeology bottle. Stop that, please.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I posted this morning in my group. It was like a silly post. So I did my workout and then I did a video because I noticed that I'm not posting a lot of workout videos anymore, like on my support page. And okay, so what I've done is I posted in this mom group that I'm in. And I posted about giving away these 5 recipes that I have. So all of a sudden this weekend I did this and I got over like 300 comments from this mom group. And I said, I'm a mom of 3 young kids. I don't really like to cook. I'm always looking for fast, easy recipes that I can put on the dinner table. So I got 300 comments from all these people. So I've been like connecting with them and friend requesting and whatever, sending them the recipes. But all of a sudden now I'm blocked from Facebook. Okay. Because I've sent out like too many messages, I think. I don't know what I've done, but I can't connect with anybody new right now. So that happened yesterday. So anyways, that's a different thing. But this morning I posted a workout that I did. And then afterwards, I was just getting ready. And of course, I don't have time in the morning to shower because I have to get my kids, like my oldest off to school and the other one's to the babysitter. So I used baby powder in my hair. Okay. So I posted a little picture with, this is how, I forget what I said. How I make, get my hair done after I have a sweaty workout or whatever. And I got so much engagement on it and like so many likes. So would I go and message those people and be like, thanks for liking my baby powder hair pic? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
What would I say to them?
I would say, do you ever use that trick?
Yeah. Okay.
Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Like, hey Lane, thanks so much for the like. How many times have you used that trick?
Okay.
Or
yeah.
I just discovered that trick. Have you used it before? Like, it really works. Like,
yeah, like it was just a silly post, but I couldn't believe the amount of like likes on it and comments that I've got.
The posts like that is where you're going to make the most engagement. Mm-hmm. Never is it my challenge group. Like last night I posted, I thought was a rocking coaching post. Nobody commented on it. No one messaged me. No one commented, and it had like 5 likes. The post before was cute little genie, or I can't remember, and it had like 200 likes. Not really, maybe 100 likes, like that. And that will happen. I'll post something and it will get like insane amount of likes. And then the next thing will be more business related. It will get nothing. But I promise you, every single person that liked that one before saw the coaching one. Mm-hmm. They maybe didn't say anything or do anything, but they saw it, which is the point. Yeah. I use your eyes on my page. So yes, and then it's even better if you go and connect with them. Like out of 50, maybe 10 will message you back, and you never know where that conversation's going to go. You just never know.
So on a side note, do you know how long people get blocked from this block?
I don't.
It's stressing me out. I need to hit Success Club, and I realize.
I think if you're sending too many messages without switching up the wording too much, that's what gets you blocked, because Facebook sees that all these messages are going out and you're not really connecting with people. So they think that you're spamming.
And that's what, like, I wasn't doing that at all. I was sending them the free, recipe, and there was a link to my support group. And then I also asked them in what I sent them was, are you working towards any health and fitness goals, right? Friend requested them first.
Was it a copy and paste message kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah. Because
Okay, so my trick, here is my trick for copy and paste messages. And so far, I've never, ever had this happen to me. If you are sending out a copy and paste the message first and then go back in. Like, so copy and paste it and then go, hi, Elaine. So type hi, Elaine after you've pasted your message. So it cues Facebook that you've actually done a change to that message. That's what I always do. I paste it in first, and then I go and say, hey, Elaine, and then I might add like a happy face somewhere, or I'll do one little tweak to it. And that's, I have no idea if that's the science behind it, but I have never had that happen to me. I had one little warning once when I had an assistant doing a few messages and then I was doing them, but it never blocked me. So that's what I always do. I go back in.
I think it was because I was adding their name. Like I was changing it, like I copied and pasted and then I put their name, but I think it was because I was stressed out. I got so many comments and I was just trying to like get them the recipe. And I was like, oh, these people are like waiting for, and then I talked to Megan about it and she's like, they will be there. Don't worry about, messaging them all in the same day. Like they will be there. So you can just keep going back to that and connecting with them over time. So.
Yeah, when I did my first recipe giveaway, I had the same, like about 300 people. I just did it in chunks. It's free. It's don't worry about people. Honestly, half of them forgot they even commented. Yeah. No.
I think what also happens if you send too many friend requests in a row to people that you don't have any friends in common with, then that flags Facebook. I had that with a group that I run, and I was sending a bunch of friend requests to the members of it. And when I did a whole bunch in a row, I got a warning, like, are you sure you know this person or something like that? And I realized it was because it was people that I didn't have mutual friends. If you have a mutual friend, then I don't think Facebook flags that. So that might have been part of the issue. Just too many of those in a row.
Yeah. Sorry that happened, Elaine, but I should, I forget, someone on our team just had that happen. And Sylvia, was it? Sylvia?
Yeah, Sylvia. I think it was like 2 days, maybe. Yeah. Justine said.
Yeah. So.
You know what? It's okay because I still can connect with people that I've already connected with. Like I can still message people that I've already had a message with before. I just can't message anybody new. So that's fine. I'm just going to do that.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, you know what? This is almost an hour, so let's wrap this up. Anybody have any last questions?
Michelle, I do. This is Becky here.
Hi, Becky.
Hi. First time on a call with you, and I've watched your videos, but I'm a new coach, Amy under Amy, and I've been, similar, like I'll send little post out or little messages, and I keep getting the same people liking or commenting on my post. So each time I just kind of send a little thing, say, hey, thanks for liking. But how do you kind of get off that track? Like I feel like I don't want to each day, I guess, be saying, hey, thanks for liking, hey, thanks for liking to the same 20 people. So how do you
So I guess my first question, Becky, is how many new people are you adding to your network a day?
Right. I'm adding between 5 to 8 people. Since I'm new as of March 1st, it's been kind of a slow process of just connecting and forming a lot. And so
then you're doing the right things.
Okay.
If you're adding that many, like most of the time when I ask that question, people look at me like, none. Okay, there's our problem. So you're doing the right stuff. So you're adding those people and then you're like welcoming them or messaging them in some way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know what? It's going to come. I have the same thing. Honestly, when I post something, I go through the people. Like I think, okay, Wendy, we talked yesterday. I'm not going to talk to you again. Amy, no, we did. So I scour my posts for the new people.
The new ones.
And then if I still haven't got enough, like if I felt like, okay, that was only 5 people today from my posts, then I go into my Teensy or I go into my contact list and I find a couple more people to reach out to and just say hi, hey, how how are you? You know, we talk about this in our training. So you're doing everything right. You're just starting. So it's a slow climb.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing all of those things every day consistently, I promise you will see success. You 100% will.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
that.
thank you.
Yeah. So
and Becky too, get them added into your free fitness support group too. Like, don't just get that conversation started, but once you start conversing, get them into that free fitness support group so they can continue to bond with you. And
thank you, Amy. I just realized that, like, I think yesterday, the day before that, I was like, I haven't been inviting people to my free fitness support group like I should be. So yeah, I have that down as my little reminder. So thank you.
No, you're doing awesome.
And people love to give their opinions about anything, especially if it's not health and fitness related. If it's like, oh, I want a new pair of shoes. What pair of shoes should I buy? Just grab 2 images from the internet and just A or B.
Oh my God. I did a bikini post of just 3. I don't even think I'm going to wear any of these bikinis to Punta, but I was like, here's 3 bikinis. What do you guys think? And like, I don't know, I think I got 300 comments, and I was able to go into all those and say, hey, you know, how's it going? Thanks for the love on my post. I can't wait to get in shape for summer. Do you have goals for summer? And I had so many conversations just from that. So it could be anything. Yeah. Just like Heidi said, outfit, shoes, hairstyle, whatever.
The other thing is, like, I know if you guys follow my team at all, we are doing giveaways, these recipe giveaways. They have been like dynamite for us. You got to be a go-giver. Like, if you want something in return from people, you need to give to them. So even if it's just a recipe on your page, so go to the Teen Beachbody blog, get an image of a recipe, write up a post and say, I'm going to make this tonight. I hope it's good. Who else would love the recipe? Like, don't give them the recipe in the post. Come on. You want people to respond. I mean, I made in 5 minutes, I swear, made this document of 5 recipes from the Teen Beachbody blog. I put it on my page as a free giveaway, and this is what Elaine just was talking about. So I said, who wants 5 fabulous recipes that are kid-friendly? And I had like 200 people, and I've given it away all month. It's been the best tool. Anyone that says no to me, I give them this recipe document. And now I'm going to do one every month. Today, if you're in my support group, just before the call started, I took 2 images off the Beachbody blog. And I said, I have 1 more recipe to put on my next issue of my Fabulous 5 recipe document or ebook. Which one would you guys rather see? I don't even know what it was, salmon or shrimp. I don't know what they were. Like, that's how much I care. I don't even know what they were. And already before I got on this call, there was like 12 comments. So I'll be able to connect with all of those people, but it's giving them something away. Like, give them something. And then you don't feel bad about asking them and inviting them and talking to them about Beachbody if you've given them some value. A good book to read is The Go-Giver. It's an awesome book. It really shows you how if you give, there's no problem, asking after the fact. Anyways, my calls always go too long. It's already an hour. So everyone probably needs to get back to work. Thanks, guys.